Negotiation process in Kazakhstan took more than 19 years, and that means that the basic fundamental positions was taken in 2000, like 5-7 years ago. And the government and the president, they understand the importance of the negotiation, the position of the negotiation team should be based on the interests of the business, balanced with the interests of the population. And that's why in 2013 in Kazakhstan was launched a very big institutional reform of the creating and founding the National Chamber of Entrepreneurs. It's a kind of the business umbrella business association with obligatory membership, and it's called like continental model of the organizing business associations. According to the special law in Kazakhstan, National Chamber of Entrepreneurs has a special right, obligatory expertise of every draft of the law which could touch interests of the business, and it's very important, and it gives opportunities for the business company, for companies, for business association to transfer to have voice with the negotiation with the government. Also, I should tell that the negotiation process, accession to WTO, was after that Kazakhstan also access to the Eurasian Economic Union, which means the common custom territory, common custom tariff, and it quite significantly complicated negotiation to WTO. And Kazakhstan's position on the Eurasian Economic Union was fully based on the collaboration with the National Chamber of Entrepreneurs. And that time I was the first deputy head of the National Chamber, and I was the official member of the official negotiation team. And we worked with our colleagues from Moscow, from Minsk, to agree on different topics of the treaty, Astana Treaty. Talking back about WTO, because the position by the government already taken based on the 10 years discussion with the business associations, so we as a National Chamber didn't have opportunities to participate in the negotiation process. But for Azerbaijan, I think for the moment it's quite crucial in order to receive the positive effects of the WTO accession, to collaborate with the business. You can, I think, learn from Kazakhstan experience, because I suppose your ministry and your government face the same problems trying to talk with the business, because the business, it's a different industries. So some business associations, they are not strong, they are weak, they don't have institutional capacity to provide research. Sometimes they are not competent enough, that means that maybe it's worth, especially in countries like Kazakhstan, like Azerbaijan, with the kind of the weak institutions, to help business to organize themselves into the business association. Maybe it makes sense also to create the same national chamber, and for example, Uzbekistan, our colleagues, they totally copied our approaches. They took our law on national chamber, so make some localization, and they adopted, and also they're trying to have the strong, competent, sustainable partner of the government, which should reflect the interests of the different industries. They should solve the problems, conflict of interests between different industries, and after that to come to the government with the clear position. Of course, it's a complicated question, because some industries, they're happy, some industries not completely happy. Of course, there are some fears, for example, in financial sector. So we committed to make a significant liberalization sooner, and the financial sector, especially local, so they have some kind of concerns about the consequences, about the competition, increasing competition. But it's okay, it's absolutely understandable. But overall, Kazakhstan consider our accession to WTO as a very key element of the investment attractiveness of the country. Because for one of the main priority of the government, which set by our president, it's the attracting foreign direct investments. And the membership of Kazakhstan in WTO also brings to investors understanding that Kazakhstan follow the international rules of the international trade. As I told you, so first of all, foreign direct investments. The second, that in case of the disputes, trade disputes, so we can rely on the WTO institutions. Liberalization of trade, if you see the tariff, so before Eurasian Economic Union it was 6.2, the average weighted tariff for all goods in Kazakhstan. After the accession of the custom union, so it grew to 10.5 like this, and after that, so after the accession of the WTO, so it was reduced to 8.2%, and that means the kind of the liberalization of the trade. Actually, so our think tank was founded in 2016 after the accession of Kazakhstan to WTO, but the consequences of the Kazakhstan accession not only to WTO but also into Eurasian Economic Union, the current negotiations between Eurasian Economic Union with Israel, with Vietnam about the free trade zones, it also creates a wide field for research, and our think tank mostly making public research and promote public discussions on these issues, on these topics. And international trade, the effects of the Kazakhstan accession to these integration organizations, to WTO, also in the focus of our research. I think it was very positive in sense of we tried to bring the Kazakhstan and Ukrainian experience of accession to WTO to Azerbaijan, and this EU-funded project, we had the same EU-funded project in Kazakhstan. It was very effective because they focus on training the government employees and other stakeholders on the understanding of the pro-contra, some obstacles, some specific moments of this process. Second, they brought lots of experts, eminent international experts, which will also helped us to form the position and to make this negotiation process more effective. And talking about the seminar, we tried to bring some value to our Azerbaijani friends and to tell them about what kind of the challenges we met and how we tried to solve, what was our mistakes, and what we think it was effective. And I think in case of Kazakhstan, Kazakhstan is the country most relevant for Azerbaijan in terms of the structure of the economy, because we are oil dependent. We dependent on oil export. We oil-rich countries, so we have more or less the same structure of the economy. And I think that the Kazakhstan experience, so I'm using the opportunity also asking our friends to learn our experience, and we are ready to help.